Unai Simon never even got near it. It was a perfect strike. I think he's played his way into the team for the next game because not just because of the goal, because his attitude is different. He almost reminded me, for those who watched Germany many years ago, of Horst Rubisch, this big, old-fashioned, bustling striker who put himself around. And do you know what? Whilst they haven't got too many other options, and I don't think Havertz is an option, and clearly Hansi Flick doesn't at the moment either, although he played him in the first game. I think he's a better foil for maybe Musiala and Sané in behind. Just a big guy up there who, I'm not doing him a disservice by saying he's going to throw himself around. We saw him winning headers, scoring a great goal. And so I think that could be a better foil for Germany, for those guys to go and play off him, than anything they've had so far in the tournament. And fair play to him. What a terrific finish.
And he's flying. You come off the bench, you score your first World Cup goal.
Dan, can I change the subject?
I don't know what you're going to change it to.
Well, because the goal really annoyed me.
Oh.
I think I agree with everything you said about Fulkrip, but the goal really annoyed me. As soon as the ball hit the back of the net, I couldn't stop shouting.
Oh, that's normal. TV. What were you shouting?
More mince!
I want to know
Shepherd's pie!
I want to know why Jordi Alba was taken off with 9 minutes to go. He better have turned to the bench and said, I can't move, because you've got a back four that had given pretty much nothing away the whole game, and you know the Germans are coming at you, and you take an experienced guy off and you upset the whole rhythm of the back line to bring on a kid and Baldi. And actually, when you see the goal, Laporte comes out with the ball. Baldi he's not in tune with the game, doesn't step forward to get the ball. The ball's turned over, it's in the back of the net. I nearly smashed the TV.
Wow.
I don't understand why he would do that.
Well, the one thing I would say is actually Baldi's been playing a lot before Jordi Alba. And so that's 2 games for him.
I know.
And that's the only reason I can give, that he's lacking match fitness, and he's worried about him being tired, injured, or been unavailable.
Lewis, were you as angry as Stevie when you saw that substitution?
No, I wasn't that angry. Of course, I was angry because of the goal, not because of the change. I think what Luis Enrique was looking after is to try to seal a little bit that side, because he was seeing that Jordi Alba has been doing a great work during a lot of minutes, and he was maybe overtaken by the Sané in some time, Musiala. It was a lot of things happening in that right side. And with Balde, that is a young talent, he's quick, he's strong. He was trying to seal that side, and maybe why not go ahead in one of the occasions. As you could see that Germany was committing players forward, so he could have a chance of maybe going ahead in one counter-attack, quick counter-attack, and Balde was ready for that. I think that was looking for that, but I understand why Stevie is talking about that. When you get into a game with that kind of intensity, with that kind of rhythm, it's very difficult to adapt very quick. And it could throw you to a misjudgment between the centre back and the left back. But I think that Luis Enrique was trying to find no rest in Jordi Alba, because there was not many minutes left. But yes, try to shield that side.
We sometimes are very harsh towards coaches, in a time where we want what we look, but after the action,
yes,
they have to anticipate the game and see how it works. And as Craig mentioned, maybe Jordi Alba started to be a little bit tired. But the same way for the Germans, where you want to give a chance to Müller as a striker, because you know that the experience will help, comparing to somebody who mainly playing, second division games, as Archie explained. So it's easy to talk afterwards, like we do, even if we are working very hard, and do our homeworks. But I think being a coach is being able to anticipate everything.
Yes,
He changed his mind, with Süle, put him in as a centre back, put Kerrer in it, like we thought he should have done in the first game. I'm talking about Flint, but for the young left back, you take a decision because you want to rest a player,
right? And
you're quite unfortunate that the action comes to the game goes to that side, and you cannot do anything about it.
I think there's some food for thought anyway for Enrique, with Rodri playing again at the back, and as you progress in this competition, in Spain is barring a disaster, does he continue to play there? Because you saw when the big striker came on, he got across him a couple of times. Musiala had that chance as well, not too long before the actual goal from a similar position. And what about him?
Yeah, he's
I mean, him, Gavi and Peggy,
Yeah.
to see those three youngsters out there trotting about, you know, Musiala taking the ball in these tight areas and managed to wriggle away from people. And I don't know how I'm doing. You know what I'm going to say? I have to shoehorn Foden in England into this.
Oh, good.
Well, because he's the type of player to me that whilst Germany are going and Bayern Munich are going, oh, how do we build things around this guy? He had a chance to play for England.
Yes.
He turned it down.
Yeah.
You can only imagine him being in this England squad, Musiala that is, sitting on the bench because he doesn't fit into a system of Gareth Southgate. And here's Germany, who've won the World Cup I don't know how many times, are rebuilding, and this guy is the fulcrum of what they do.
Luis, let's talk about the Spain goal. How good was that finish from Morata?
No, it was fantastic. I mean, for a player so important for him, he's a striker that everybody was thinking that he will start in the World Cup. Didn't have much time in the first game, and suddenly in the second game you can see that there is no rotation. You are ready to go, and in just a few minutes you are scoring the first goal for your team. The movement is just fantastic. The touch is fantastic. The cross, of course, from Jordi Alba is great, but definitely is such an important goal for him, for the whole national team. Because, again, there's been a lot of thoughts around Morata about if he was good enough to scoring goals, if he was good enough, if he should be there. Talkings about Canales not being there, Iago Aspas not being there, Borja Iglesias not being there. And this is the kind of moment why Luis Enrique can kind of show everybody that Morata, when he's for the national team, he's working for the national team, he's crucial in many, many games. And today was once again scoring that goal.
That's the World Cup of redemption. For Morata, he's been criticized a lot, and he scored the goal. We were allowed Spain to hope for a win. Olivier Giroud, the same thing. Everybody thought he was out of the business.
How did we get Giroud into this?
Well, I don't know, because of the criticism that he's been through, and that's the subject of my points. That's it. But if you don't want to talk about it, speak about Bellingham.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.